It's silver and gold time. Let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Hey traders, I've just recorded the video walking you through the top success mindset trading techniques to really help you move forward. You know that most of your trading success comes from your mindset. So click on the button above that says success mindset to get access to this video right now. All right, hey traders, silver and gold time. Let's have a quick look at across the board of what's happening with silver and gold. So silver had a little drop down through there and had a little hold where we are right now. A little bit of support level. It had a little hold where we are right now, but we did have a pretty big drop down through there. And it's like, what's really going on here with silver? So let me squeeze this chart a little bit more. Remember guys, when it comes to silver, we have those long-term areas of support and resistance. So what I want to do here is I want to delete everything off the chart. I want to delete everything off the chart, and I want to go. So there's nothing going on through there that we can see. Let's go have a look at the actual gold itself. Gold, you can see how it broke below these trend lines as well too. That's actually quite a weak sign, guys. So silver's broken down. Silver's broken down. Gold is broken down. This is actually quite a weak sign for silver and gold right now as I speak. Again, it could and this is where we look at the if scenarios, right? Because we are based on the if scenarios. If this happens, then this is likely to happen. So if we do run up and hold, then we could actually see a drop back down. But if we do run up and we actually get a nice close back above that 1,200 level, then we could see a nice rise back up to, say, even the 1,300 level. So that's what we're looking there for, okay? That's what I'm looking out there for as well too, especially on this daily chart here as well. And again, you look at the silver chart, we had a pretty big drop down before, and that's what I'm looking at there. Let me go show you what I'm seeing here on the overall big weekly charts, because again, guys, these weekly charts are the most important. If you're trading the daily charts, then these weekly charts are the most important to your trading. And as you can see, that major area there, which is around the 1850 level, which was a significant level there, guys. And I'm telling you right now, if we do get a nice weekly close back above that, that's going to be a game changer. And then I think we could see a nice good bull run continue to move into this year. Again, I'm looking for long-term positions myself when it comes to silver and gold as an investing position. If you want to go buy the silver and gold as to hold it, you can do that, and it's totally up to you. And whatever you want to do, if that's your investing position, I'm looking for an investing position, whether it's just buying silver and gold, or whether it's just maybe buying some long-term positions on the ETFs, or maybe some call options, long-term call options. I don't know, but what I do see, guys, and what I am saying through here is that I do see that this whole area through here has been, this whole significant area of the support and resistance, which is the 1850, is the killer of all killers, right? It's really holding it strong. So, and we also do have, as you can see, we definitely do have a little once, twice, and we're resisting at this 1850 level right now. But we're also holding this support level. So if I bring up the daily chart here on silver, you can see how it did drop down, right? But see where it exactly held? Again, that held right there. But where did that trend line come from? It come from the weekly chart. That's the reason why, guys, it's so important to look at the weekly chart and say, oh, okay, so even if it does break down, we've got a lot of support here. That's actually quite a bullish sign, because if we do hold here, we start to rally out and rally back above this 1850 level. Very bullish sign for silver and gold. All right, and as you can see, if I look at the trend line, if I look at my trend lines and draw my trend lines on my daily charts, you can see that through there. Let me draw that on the weekly chart a bit more so we can actually see it a bit more. So you can see that this whole trend line here is on that weekly chart there. Let's go back to that daily chart here, and as you can see. And let me just draw that through there. So as you can see, we did actually come back down to a couple of levels of support, didn't we? Support there. So it's really interesting. Gold looks a bit weaker, but now looking at the weekly chart on silver and gold, they actually look, this actually looks like just a little pump down before they explode, before they take it higher. So that's really interesting. Again, guys, my main focus is silver. I believe in the fundamentals of silver. I believe in the fundamentals of silver. I believe in what it does. And so this is what I'm really looking for, guys. So keep an eye out for that when it comes to silver. Let's go have a look at the weekly charts now when it comes to gold. Now, on gold, let me just here, and so we just saw what we saw on the daily charts, right? So as you can see, guys, what I do here, and I strongly recommend you doing this, is you can see here that I just have a blank, or I have a white background just with black bars. I have found, guys, that when we're trying to read the market, we're trying to get a good gauge of who's in control, where's the strength, where's the sellers, and by reading the candlesticks day by day, that's not really giving you a clear picture. As you can see by me going through these charts, the weekly charts is going to help you best. So by looking at we can see the silver and gold is actually active right now as I'm doing this video. But the reason I'm bringing up this silver and gold chart is because we want to start looking at parameters. Where are the parameters, as in like, where's the major areas of support or resistance levels that the market's been making? So the first thing I want to show you here is, as you can see, this level through here. Right, so we've had this major level of support and resistance in the past couple of years. Now, where is that coming from? Bam, bam, through there. You can see how it held through there as well too. So this whole area, we did have a lot of 1, 2, sort of 3 weekly bars. And then you see here, it's actually finding support. So that's actually bringing it up now. So it's actually holding support. So even on the daily chart, I just said a minute ago, the gold looks weak. On the daily chart, if I go back to this chart, you actually can see, hang on a minute, it actually doesn't look that bad now because we are coming down to this long area of support, right? Which is that weekly chart. Now, if I draw my trend lines up through there, and again, I'm drawing that probably from there. Let me go to the weekly chart and see if I can draw this trend line on the weekly chart a bit better. So you can see there, this is the trend line on the weekly chart as well too. Let's go back to the daily chart here for a minute. Let me see if I can just draw that just a little bit better. I'm just trying to connect all the lows. I'm not trying to get it perfect. I'm just trying to connect them. I'm just trying to see what's the actual overall major or trend doing through here. So as you can see, that's what's happening right now. You can see it came down to that, right? It came right down to that level through there, and it held it. Now that actually could be a quite bullish sign, guys. That could be quite a bullish sign. Now, as you can see, right, I'm doing my analysis live right in front of you. So sometimes I'd look at the daily chart. I'm like, oh, look at my trend lines here, blah 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 blah. That's actually quite weak. We could set that down, right? We could set through there. But once you go back to that weekly chart and you start to draw your parameters, your trend lines, you start to get a bit of a picture of, oh, look, this is what's happening right now. Make sense, guys? So if we look at this weekly chart through here, you can see that this overall weekly chart, this is what's happening now on this weekly overall chart through there. So what else do we actually see through here when it comes to silver and gold? Well, we definitely do have this big long-term trend line, don't we? You can see this big long-term trend line through here. That big long-term weekly trend line, guys, as you can see, if we break above that, it's a complete game changer. So let me ask you a question, guys. If we are looking for a long-term investing position on silver and gold, if gold right now breaks above this trend line through here, do you think that's a pretty strong bullish sign that this overall big long-term bear market has now come to an end? You can see that, right? You can see it's a big long-term trend line. So you come down through this daily chart, you can see, okay, yes, we may get a little bounce through here, but if we start to really break above this level through here, you can see how we rejected it all last year before it actually came down as well too. And isn't it interesting that this whole thing here was Brexit, but it came straight back up to this resistance line and then came straight back down. So as you can see, guys, looking at that weekly chart is the most important thing to your overall trading. And now you can see, and now for myself as well too, I can see what's happening with gold. I can see what's happening with silver. So if we go back to actually the silver chart and we squeeze up, we can see that silver's already actually started breaking below these major levels, right? You can see back here that silver already started to form a major bottom and actually started showing a lot more strength breaking above it back in 2015 when gold didn't. Gold hasn't done that yet. So, but you can see what's happening through here as well too. Let me just quickly look at the monthly charts here, guys. The monthly charts for me, guys, that I'm looking on silver and gold are definitely bullish for me. definitely long-term bullish for me. And again, that 1950 level. And again, guys, when you're doing your analysis, do this, right? As you can see, I'm trying to see what the market is trying to tell me, right? Where is these major areas of support or resistance? Where is this? Where is that? And I'm trying to get a good gauge of where this market's telling me. Because for me, guys, I want to have the best scenario. Sometimes we get so focused on the hourly chart or the daily chart that we forget the bigger picture. What's this bigger picture saying? And this bigger picture for me right now, especially on silver, saying that at that 1850 level is definitely a key level. So yeah, so let's have a look at gold. What is gold saying through here? So yeah, once again, guys, gold is saying that we definitely, that sort of key area for that is once it gets above once gold gets above, say, 1350, then I think we can call this a major bottom. Right now, I'm not calling a major bottom. But once we break past this 1350, that's going to confirm to me a long-term major bottom. And once we do that, then we could see a pretty quick sort of 10 to 15% run to the high side, I would say, on gold within, say, a month or two. And maybe even hover around there for a little bit. As you can see, because these major areas of support resistance level, hover around there for a little bit, maybe a little pullback or something like that. And then another take to probably run even up to, to new highs or something like that. Or new highs for the last couple of years. Or for the last 4 or 5 years. So as you can see, guys, that's what I'm looking at through there. So let's go have a look on the long-term charts, but let's go have a look at things like, let's have a look at oil here for a minute. I want to have a look at oil. All right, so oil, what am I looking here on oil? So oil for me, guys, I've been long-term bullish. And someone said, what's my view on oil? And what do I like? What do I like about oil? Well, look at the weekly chart, right? With weekly chart has been resistance. We're squeezing up into this triangle pattern right now. Resistance. Let me ask you a question. If we have a nice good break above this resistance line, do you think that that could be a nice little bullish move? It could be, right? And again, guys, for me, as in like a bit of a longer term trade, USO for me, guys, is the one that I'm looking for, and I've been looking at this for quite some time, and it's lining up and I've been waiting when it comes to, let me just put this in the bullish list so I don't forget it. I've been waiting for this thing to break out, because we get above $12, guys, we're likely to have a pretty good run back up to 16, maybe even back up to 20 or 22. So my long-term position, not only silver and gold, but you can see what I'm saying here, right? Because I'm waiting for this long-term weekly chart. Guys, I've been waiting for the last probably 4 or 5 months. I've been watching this. I'm like every week and every few days I check it out to see what's happening through there. And so that's what I'm looking at through there, guys. And as you can see here, so for a long-term position, I see... for a long-term position on oil, I would want to see break up. I would want to see a break above that resistance line on oil. And for me, USO for me is going to be the long-term call option trade that I'm looking for. Let's go have a look at the other markets here. So this is the weekly chart here once again, guys. You can see that is this now forming a right shoulder? This HUI, as you can see, the shoulder, head, shoulder. If we do and we start breaking above 220, guess what, guys? The next stop is actually up here at 280. So really nice move through there. Let's go have a look at the XAU. XAU, what do we see here? Something very similar, right? We have this sort of shoulder, come down, make a head. This whole thing here could be one big shoulder as well too, guys. So, but this one here is a bit more of a leaning head and shoulder. So this is actually quite more of a bullish move. Long-term resistance, long-term weekly support and resistance, we definitely do have something going on through there, as you can see. So let me just take that off through there. You can see that we had this bounce, and had this bounce through here. So let me just take this off the screen through here for a minute. Let me just draw these circles again. So you can see we have this shoulder. This here could be sort of an ugly head, and this here could be another right shoulder through here, bouncing off this weekly trend line. And again, guys, we're getting this peak. Now we've made this higher peak as well too. So the XAU chart is definitely looking very strong through there. And And again, if we start to break above, especially on the XAU chart, we start to get a nice sort of close above that 95, then we could have it looks like it's going to head its way back up to the 1850 level, that's what I'm looking through there. Let's go have a look at the very last one, which is the GDX. And this is the one, again, guys, this is the one that I've been looking for quite some time, watching it and watching it and watching. And as you can see, guys, right, I'm so patient. I'm patiently waiting for the right setup. And sometimes, guys, even myself, when I'm trading the daily chart, I'm not patient enough for the right setup, and I'm just waiting and waiting. So we draw our trend lines from there to there. As you can see, that the GDX hasn't actually got down to its trend line yet, has it? So even if it gets down through here, we still could be forming a right shoulder. We do have a major area of support and resistance level going on through there, where we see a lot of resistance, a lot of support through there. So we're at that level right now. If we do, once again, guys, we do start to break above this sort of 25 level, then I believe that'll be for me a nice confirmation long-term bottom, and I believe we could have a nice run back up to 30. Not only that, but I believe within a year or two, we could be back up towards these highs up here. So that, again, guys, this position here for me on the weekly chart, I'd look to maybe buy some call options, but buy with something like, say, 12 months worth of time frame. You know what I mean? And then just that'll be more like an investing position when it comes to options. I know time decay's gone against me, and heck, I could even, if I want to, just buy the actual ETF itself. Make sense, guys? So, and then obviously this is what's happening on the daily chart. So you can see what I'm going on through here, guys. You can see the weekly chart. This is what's going on. This is what I believe what's coming next for silver and gold. It's actually looking quite strong through here, isn't it? Let me go back to that weekly chart here on silver and gold again. So it's actually looking quite strong when it comes to that silver chart. You can this gold chart. Nice support through here. If we do break back below the 1200, then that'll be a very weak sign for this week. But we'll see what happens this week. If we start to get a nice closer back above that level through there, it's going to be quite nice. And same for silver. Silver is at 1850 level there. So there we go, guys. Nice little market update. What's coming next for silver and gold? This is sort of the parameters. This is the sort of things that I'm looking for, guys, when it comes to this. Hey, thanks for watching. If you'd like to get more free education about trading, then click on the box that says free trading course. This is a free trading course. It goes for around 12 hours long. It's about 12 videos long. Covers everything from chart reading, mindset, trading systems, money management, trade management, everything you need to get yourself ahead in the markets. And if you'd like to get my help personally, then click on the box that says get John's help, and you'll be able to see how you can get my help personally. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. And remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today.